everybody, this is Babetalk.
Yeah.
Hey, hi.
Hey.
Hola.
We can try this again. Hey guys, what's going on? This is Babetalk.
Hi.
There we go. This week we got an interesting show tonight. We have Shiffley.
What's up? Hey guys.
Hey guys, what's going on?
What up?
And so,
Yeah.
going on the show tonight, we have my main man James Balls.
Sup?
We got Lauren.
How you
Yo,
doing?
girl, how you doing? We got Melissa as well. Yep, same.
I have no idea what you said at all.
I said, what's going on? Hey, hi, we got Melissa.
Cool.
What up? Alright, so generally we start the show off by asking everyone how their day was, but fuck the way that you're used to doing things. We're gonna do it a little bit different. Shiffley is preparing for a album release show, so they gotta get out a little bit earlier. So we're just gonna jump right into their interview, and we're actually really excited to just pick the brains of these kids that come out of, now I'm on the spot and I wrote it down, Long Island. James, they're by your neck. Hey guys, I'm on.
Yes, hi. Hi, they're my thing. They played in my backyard once. It was fun.
Cool story, bro. So let's just let's start to get the band introduced. Who do we have joining us tonight? I think it's a full band. Is that correct?
Full band. Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. Well, hey, let's go down the line. Let's see who we're talking to tonight. If you guys could just give your name and your position in the band, that'd be great.
So I'm Will. I'm the guitarist and the producer of the EP that we are performing on Saturday.
I'm Alex, or Dex, actually, whatever he calls me. I play synthesizers, keyboard, all that stuff.
My name's Alex as well. I'm a vocalist, songwriter.
Hi guys, I'm Bryan. I am the drummer, not the songwriter.
I'm Sean. I'm the bassist, and I guess
All right.
I'm gonna turn you guys up a little bit more, but I can't get the last title of the member, please.
That's not remember. All right. I'm Sean. I'm the bassist of the band, and this side I'm the business side.
All right, cool. All right, Sean. All right, cool. So let's get this under the way. All right, so this Friday, you guys are going to be releasing your new EP, Anthem City. How was the recording process for it? Like, how did it go and everything?
So this was with this EP, we wanted to try something different. We tried all sorts of different combinations of recording at different places, producing at different places. This time we decided to ditch all of that and do it from scratch by ourselves. And I think the result is we're very happy with. Probably continue in the future. So we recorded it up at so the lead singer Alex Gaines and myself formally went to Syracuse University, and so we did the whole thing up there. They have a studio on campus called Belfer Recording Studio, which I had key card access to, and so we got to use all that, and we got to use a whole studio. So the album is a great combination of months of work, and it's an awesome combination of live and electronic stuff as well. So we got to use the studio as well as just design our own synths, and do a ton of experimental work to it. Yeah, we made songs that when I was writing them, I did not picture them to be CDM-ified, but we made them more towards the electronic side, which I was very surprised with how it happened for us to finally share that.
All right, awesome. That's glad to hear. It's always really cool that you can use a giant studio to your access. It's just it's like going into Willy Wonka's chocolate factory for musicians in a way.
Yeah, man.
It's
Almost
such a casual way too.
Yeah. All right. So I believe Lauren is next, or is it Ali?
I'm on deck. Alrighty. I have two questions. Two completely unrelated questions. First question, give us an overview of the general content of the songs on this EP. What are you writing about?
So the songs, I want to try something different. All four of them are one story continuously. Sort of it's not too. It doesn't push itself too much on the listener, though. It's subtly in the background. This idea that there's one story throughout.
Okay. Interesting.
Separately, but the idea is just about my relationship with my hometown, or where I call home at a specific time. The love-hate relationship, inevitably wherever I am, and leaving it and missing. So it's sort of about that, except it takes place in a dystopic future society. Imagine Anthem City. It's essentially, the idea behind it is that it's this small town gone bad with like this. It never caught up to the future. The future's come to it, essentially, and that's portrayed with the electronics in it.
Okay, interesting.
In terms of the electronics and that narrative, the whole EP features electronic songs one after another, and then the last song is finally the first time where you hear an acoustic instrument, and that sort of meaningful to us, and it'll be meaningful hopefully people can pick out the meaning.
That's really cool. That's different. I like that. And my second question is, so you guys are all familiar with Harry Potter, right? This is not related to music at all, but I think it's a very important question. Okay, so you know what a Patronus is, right?
Oh God.
Yeah.
Okay, I need to know all of your Patronuses.
Someone explains a happy place, essentially a happy thing.
Yeah.
No, your Patronus, the fucking animal.
Yeah.
Sorry.
It's sort of like
Wild Lauren's coming out.
it's the thing that fights.
So-
I thought it was just a happy thing. I didn't know it had to be an animal.
No, you basic. Okay. So you create a Patronus using those happy thoughts, and when it comes out, it's an animal if it's a corporeal Patronus. Otherwise, it's just wispy vapor. So it's an animal. So you know how Harry's is a stag. What is your Patronus?
I know this.
Jeez.
So can we go down the line?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm a wolf.
Oh, my God.
Wolf.
Your Patronus.
Excellent.
Yeah. He is an animal. He's an animal.
Brian
Be white.
really likes Teen Wolf, so definitely the wolf world. That's important to get out live.
Yes.
Excellent.
You heard it here first. Ryan loves guilty, not guilty pleasure.
Totally
Excellent.
Okay.
Keep them coming.
I probably have to say a cardinal like the red bird.
Ooh, that's a good one. I like that. Yay. Good answer. That's different.
I'm not Chinese.
All right.
Chinese culture, red is luck, and some of my grandmother always said, always
I like that.
feel like a red bird or something like that. So that's gotta be it.
I really like that.
A wolf and a cardinal. I'd probably eat.
I should
Every day. Mine would probably be a red panda because I really like red pandas.
Yes!
Aw.
Yes!
But large pandas also get to sleep for 18 hours a day, and just like overall, like you give them a pumpkin and they couldn't give a fuck about anything else, and that's what I really want in life.
Just to be alone with a pumpkin. I appreciate
Honestly,
that.
you know, something.
Actual life goals.
Yes.
All right, Melissa, you're next.
Okay.
Oh, wait.
Oh my God, I am so sorry. Look at me being an asshole.
Oh my
I'm sorry.
God.
Go on. I'm just gonna
Dude.
stop talking.
Mm-mm-mm.
Without that, you have no Anthem City. But okay, so I guess I would go. I would go on that note. I would go with a snake.
Yay!
I'm like
What kind of snake?
kind of snake. I don't know, a python because
No, man, you'd be like
I wrap things like
a boa constrictor. Yeah, you'd be constrictor.
Hold on. I just happen to have a boa constrictor.
No way. Can I
Give me a sec.
All right.
Just, I was just so casually just pulls out reptiles like it's nothing.
I knew this was gonna happen.
and I work out a lot, so I
Go out.
Yeah.
Go out. Puppy.
there it is. Look at that.
Be embarrassed.
Whoa, whoa, woo.
Hi, baby.
I know.
You
As
have a
she is
permit
getting-
for those weapons.
He
Hello.
proved that he got a permit in New York for those guns.
Should we ask the next question as we're waiting for her to get her snake?
We still got the lead singer, man.
Oh,
No, we
shit.
got it.
Corona.
Just
There's
so
our dog
casual, just
instructor.
like throws a snake around.
I haven't seen
Nice.
Hi.
Yep, I got a snake right here.
Oh, wow.
Beautiful.
That's crazy. Actually,
Does that surprise anyone, though? Really?
No.
I'm gonna bring out a different animal on every time I'm on the show.
Oh god, Lauren is literally the Babetalk Jack Hannah.
Yeah, right?
Alright. So,
Alright, Melissa.
Melissa.
It's
Okay.
reptile time with Lauren. Oh.
It's no longer Babetalk, it's Reptile time. Okay, so I would really like to know about your growth from previous work to your EP now. What do you personally believe? How did you personally believe that you grew, and what patterns did you see through that growth?
I'm sorry. Can you just say the question one more time?
What patterns of growth did you see when it came from your EP now to your previous work?
Okay. So I guess from, geez, man, there is someone screaming his lungs out, like down the hall. He's just going at it, and it's pretty wonderful. I wish you could hear it.
Him.
But yeah, so talking about growth within the band. So the band started back in 2012, and at the time it was Alex Gaines, singer over here, his freshman year of school, and at first it just started out as like all of us high school kids, you know, me, Don, Alex, and this Alex, we all went to high school together, so we sort of started playing music again after high school. So it was pretty cool. We were like in previous bands covering like Sevenfold, Iron Maiden. We were like the polar opposite of what you've heard so far about our music. But you know, our first real major release was on the Robot Man, and what was incredible about that was that upon its release, we were actually entered in a contest called CBS's Grammy Gig of a Lifetime, and we were in, we were picked from judges, a panel of judges. One of them was Fall Out Boy, the other one was Austin Mahone, and Emily John Day, and this was all very early on in our. This is like pre-Facebook, like guys. So that's like some legit stuff. But anyway, yeah. So you know, we were in that contest, and actually we were trending, you know, #1 band in the country. So what happened with that? We were able to like get some News 12 coverage, and we were on our local stations. So it was pretty cool, and that sort of took our little band that was just our friends and family, kind of expand into just new ears and new audiences. So that was really awesome. And then ever since then, we've gotten just random opportunities. We've opened up for 21 Pilots. We've been in other contests, and it's just like the growth has sort of been up and up and up. And we're really excited with this new EP because we feel like we could touch another, you know, we could reach another plateau with it. So I'm really excited, and you know, the fan base just keeps growing. We're mainly here on Long Island, but we have probably an even stronger fan base in Syracuse, New York, where they went to college. So we've just kind of been really tearing up that college scene up there, and you know, we hope to do that within the years to come. And we've pretty much been all up and down the East Coast so far. And we're all, you know, I'm the oldest member of the band, and I'm 22. So we still have a lot of time.
I was gonna say, you all look really young. I was wondering how old you were.
Oh, well,
Beautiful skin.
yeah.
Am I grandma here? Am I the oldest?
I don't know how.
Wow.
Probably.
What?
How old are you? Like 27?
Appropriate.
I'll be 27 in like 2 weeks. Old grandma, get the walker.
You're definitely like 2, Mom. But
But yeah, so
I mean, if you want to think that, you can think that. I have no problem with you thinking that.
oh, I guess you left. Okay.
I'm feeling 22. I don't know.
Ah.
So, I'm so clever. Sorry.
So
Go on.
basically been.
so, all right. So the one thing that I actually had wanted to know is that, like, how have you guys been able to keep up your buzz? How have you guys been able to, like, you know, keep up the name of Shiffley throughout the rest of the music community in which you guys are in?
Good question.
Social media thing right here. He pushes us to write better posts, and we always try to post something. And
and we try to keep our fan base entertained.
I'm.
That's
It
what I
sounds like I'm going to interrupt you because I am. If you guys could just like speak up a little bit for me, please.
All right, then can you repeat the question one more time? I want to make sure I'm answering it thorough.
No problem. I want to see like how have you guys been able to maintain your buzz within the music community?
We've been maintaining our buzz mostly just through social media, especially Facebook. Like I was saying earlier, this guy here, Bryan Contereas of Shiffley, he's the king of social media. He always pushes us to post at least 50 times a week. Instagram, always updating. Twitter, Facebook, everything we have, especially on Facebook, always has a photo in it. We always want to entertain our fans. You can follow us. We call them the Shiffley Armada. So,
The ship.
That's not too bad of a name.
Armada.
Hey, it's original. Very original.
That's for the most part. That's through social media. But it's actually been really difficult to do that just because until very recently, the four of us all went to college during the year. So the way we have to do it is we have to pre-plan during the breaks and whatnot while we're all home from school. Just create posts ahead of time because for the most part of the year we weren't together. So it takes a lot of strategy. That's about it. A lot of planning.
And you guys have been able to find
Nice.
that niche actually works out well for you guys, like
Yeah.
make up a basic
Yeah.
strategy.
Yeah,
Because
because
a lot of because I can see like you guys end up wanting to like take your music and want to do something more with it and actually like make it a band. And there are like only a select few bands that I've been able to see within these past few, let's say 2 years, that have actually been able to brand themselves as a band and also like produce music as a band.
yeah, that's the important part too, man. You got to come up with a great image and a great look, and the branding and the marketing side, like all the visual creations that you see from Shiffley is all this guy. And actually, on Friday, you're going to see something pretty cool. We're going to have a pretty much full-on rebranding of everything Shiffley. So we have a new logo along with really cool, nice pictures. So it's all about maintaining the proper image and keeping it professional. Especially we're a band that we started it out as something fun, but now it's become something really serious for us, and the best chance we got. So we got to make it look sweet. So
Really
Sadly,
class.
that's only 60% of it. You have to have great music, but then you also have to be able to do the non-music side of things. Equally as good, as well, rather. There's all these things that when you start a band, you think you can sign up for. And, like social media posting, stylizing, there's all these things that when we were in a basement playing songs, we did not expect we'd get ourselves into.
But you guys have been doing like a really great job with like just saying, oh shit, I have now to do this, and then like adapting and then implementing accordingly. So that's great for you guys.
Awesome. So, my question would be kind of about the future plans, as you guys say you are rebranding. What are some milestones that you want to achieve, like, on this new EP release, and within the next, what's your 6-month plan? Like, what are some milestones you want to hit?
One of the main areas we got into a little with the old EP was the TV synchronization. That stuff was that's basically getting your music on TV in a commercial or in the background of a reality TV show or anything like that. That's super good for us because it gets us a decent amount of buzz. It also gives us money. We're traveling a little. Our last EP though, it was at a much lower quality than this new EP, so I'm really excited with the potential for TV synchronization specifically. That's for me. I don't know if you guys are excited about that.
Yeah, I think the thing that I'm really most excited for is being able to come back and show people that have watched us grow. They heard Atomic Robot Man and they liked it and everything, and then coming back with Anthem City, I feel like it shows a more mature, developed sound, but also a different approach to the creation process. Since we did it all in-house, we weren't dealing with somebody who was just trying to get his paycheck. We were dealing with people, us, who were all invested in the project. So I'm really excited to show people our excitement and the fact that people who listen can be a part of this experience too. So I'm excited to sort of gain some new listeners, gain some new fans, and I think we have a really good shot of doing that with this.
For sure. All right.
I'm super.
Are you guys planning on touring?
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah,
Just
I'm sorry.
barreling through.
Good
Sorry.
job, Lauren.
Everyone's sort of going around. I think we always about to get to one of those.
I'm super excited for
Was that?
just our growth with this EP as far as streaming. We've been working with actually a friend of ours that formerly went to Syracuse, who's kind of teaching us, like we talked about before, how there's stuff you just realize you didn't sign up for. Trying to get your music onto streaming platforms and get them on properly and not just there, but looking good and into the right ears, it's an entire business of itself. And so I'm excited now that we're done with this EP to get it out there on all of the professional sites. I personally love nothing more than seeing stuff that we worked on in the place where I listen to all of my music, which happens to be right now streaming. Apple Music and Spotify specifically, and so we've been working on, getting our page verified for that and getting some nice graphics to really make ourselves look professional. And then beyond that is to try to get that music onto curated playlists and stuff like that, because that will get us out there. I know for me, I do so much of my music exploration on these kinds of platforms. So if we can get ourselves into the right playlist or curator's hands, we'll be discovered by people our own age, and we'll grow at such a more natural and steady pace. And I'm just really excited for that to happen.
Interesting.
Like you guys want to end up sustaining a more organic following.
Well,
Which you guys are.
I just think that gaining a following strictly from just hearing us on Spotify, for example, a lot of where we get our following from is from our live show, and that's understandable because we have a super exciting live show and we're playing all the time and we're jumping around like crazy people. But I'm excited to kind of dive into the other side, which is how so many people are breaking now, is just online. And one of the biggest ways to do that is getting the music out there where people can hear it.
That's a valid point.
Right.
Yeah.
Tour, yes, tour. Touring,
Okay, yeah, it's cool.
He tour, very tour.
touring forever and ever. Yes.
Yeah.
Any anticipated, when you would think of heading out?
So
The idea of that?
essentially, what we call tour, I guess, for right now is playing as often as we can. Definitely traveling. We'll be around the tri-state area.
That's not tour. I played 4 shows this week. I ain't on tour. I gotta go work.
The problem with going for someone at our level is it's not necessarily the most effective way of spreading our music.
Right.
We have so much of Long Island even that's untapped.
That's totally valid. Totally valid.
Have not even been to exploit the city yet.
And Sean and I have been looking, and at the moment it's also not a financial feasibility yet. So we'll tour once we can sustain it.
But part of the problem,
Absolutely.
part of the problem with doing it as indie as we are doing it is that obviously we're doing it all ourselves. We're not going through anyone who's booking our shows or anything. So all of these shows that we get are probably contacts either of Bryan or of someone literally reaching out and being like, hey, come play our show. And so if someone from, let's just say Florida is like, hey, come play our show, if we can't fit it into our schedule, or if, it doesn't work out, it's kind of tough for us to just try to play one show in Florida because they asked us to, So we got to kind of set
No,
up.
I mean you wouldn't do that. That's too much.
Right. So it's kind of about, being as efficient as we can with the shows that we do play, which happens right now around Long Island and around the city.
Yeah, absolutely. You got to get your core. You got to get your core scene before you start branching out. That makes a lot of sense.
Do you have a guesstimated time on when you would potentially want to tour, or is it just as your sound reaches more
Definitely
audience?
this year. In 2016, you'll see Shiffley on the road.
Mm-hmm. Do you have anybody that
Nice.
you'd want to tour with, or is it just
Yeah.
you'd be?
Brand new front bottoms,
Yeah.
You want to name some bands? Everyone gives one band. Okay. I would love to tour with. Oh man, so many bands. I would love to tour with a band called Churches. Have you guys ever heard of Churches?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah.
So they're a really cool synth pop band. Even though we're definitely a little bit different than they are,
we would fit on the bill with them really well. So we'd love to get something going.
Yeah, I can see it work.
Yeah.
Definitely. Hey.
Small pools.
Yeah, small pools.
Not small pools.
I have no idea what that is.
I sadly don't know them either, but hey, that would.
The tiny pool is-
I think 50 Cent.
Pretty sad.
50 Cent. Yeah.
Someone
Oh.
actually, and you know, I think he actually might. I believe
I
he
was
is
like,
playing
that'd be
small
great.
clubs now.
Wait, is this like some? I'm like, oh no, actually.
No, yeah, it's
50
50 Cent.
White girl, it's okay. It's okay.
Hey! Excuse me. I was at the club last night getting down to a party like it's your birthday, okay? Give me some credit. I know
Oh,
my
In the
yes,
club.
that's right.
Wow, good.
Them.
But anyway.
By club, I mean auto bars 2 for Tuesdays, okay?
Yeah, just mention it.
All right. All right. So is it me or is it? Oh,
Oh no, they're still. I mean, wait, were you guys still going through the lines of tours?
Oh, no, we're out of
Oh,
ideas.
no. Oh, no.
You're out of
I mean,
idea.
I can easily see you guys like you know jumping if. I don't even know if Group Love does any tours anymore, but like, do you guys know Group Love? Yeah, that would be like a really fun, energetic show to get a part of. One of the last questions I think we're gonna ask, and then or if you guys have time for more questions, we can shoot them. How established are you guys within your own scene? Because like you said, like you know, you have other places in where you have a stronger following, but how is your scene? And how well do you mesh within your own local scene?
Actually, it's funny you say that because, especially Long Island, we don't really mess with our scene at all. It's around Long Island, it's mostly like it's
pop punk.
hardcore, pop punk, all that fun stuff, screamo. But the thing is, we don't fit into that category. So I think that's what kind of gives us an advantage in that regard, because we're kind of one of the few bands that is not that, so it allows us to stick out. So we don't really mess with it. The one band that we have found that we do mess really well with, though, is Visco's Robot. We played a number of shows with them, and they're actually going to be in our EP show on that. And other than that, it's been very difficult to find the scene. So we've been kind of building our own unique, I suppose, in Long Island and making our own scene. Trying to jump into Brooklyn, ideally. That's something we're working on.
Well, it's a city, so like you know, you'll be able to find something. But did just to make sure I heard correctly, you said you've been making your own festivals?
Oh, no.
Heard of a little thing called Coachella.
It's Martin Brace out, you know, no big deal.
We're kind of making our own scene since we really sound a lot more different than most other bands on Long Island.
True.
The problem, though, that comes with that, there's also a downside to not fitting in with our scene, our Long Island scene, rather. It's hard to get people to. It's equally easy as it is to pick up people who are waiting for a sound like that. People are turned off by that sound as well. If they're going to a pop punk concert and they hear this light synth stuff, they get annoyed. That's why we're trying to branch to the city, because Brooklyn's really much more of an established.
I feel like that could help, though, being the oddball.
Well, it has. It has and it hasn't.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. We've played just as many shows where people come up to us and say, that sounded great, that was so different, I loved it. I usually don't listen to your kind of music, but you sounded tight. As we have people that like sarcastically clap along.
You should just like jump in the crowd and then break their hands and then say like, "Is that hardcore enough for you?"
Yeah.
Sarcastically clap along?
Yeah.
Do that?
You get a vibe.
Yeah.
You get this vibe. You're playing and you look at it and it's like, oh.
You see a sarcastic mosh.
Yeah. And it's like, oh.
Oh, okay, I follow. Yeah, break their legs is fine. But
That's how we get.
But
So-
do it.
So like, where do you guys see where your strong network would be from? Because like, as you guys said, like you know, you guys have booked this tour through like you know, like friends of your contacts and stuff, and you're doing it all very DIY. Where do you guys see yourself getting the most reception from?
Brooklyn.
Yeah, Brooklyn.
I think that as we start, you know, going actually off of the last kind of topic is that because we have, you know, we have definitely collected a lot from Long Island, but part of the thing with our music is that we're, you know, every band flourishes in a scene, and so while we existed on Long Island, and I think taken a lot from what it has to offer, we do need to find a place, like kind of similar to the question, is where we can fit right into a scene. Brooklyn, Williamsburg, a lot of things are going on there. There's so many different small venues that are catering to this really unique kind of music, and specifically synth-based and more electronic-based music. And so what we're working on now is establishing a lot of connections there. A lot of us that are finished with school now, we have the opportunity to kind of work our way into there. You know, it's really tough to establish connections when you're gone half the year. But now we're getting an opportunity. We're playing a couple of shows there. We're doing jobs there, and we're just gaining a lot more friends and fans there. So it's going to be a great time for us to start. Rather than when we play a standard show, center it on Long Island, where we do have our fans, but they're, you know, kind of spread thin. We play so many shows just on Long Island. We'll start to spread to the city, and we'll be able to organically grow out of the city scene and hopefully bring our niche to a more established scene.
And luckily, the two are so close together that they will eventually combine.
Right.
So like you guys are just like literally looking to go like you know, borough by borough at this point.
Yes, we're just taking over the world, starting with Long Island and working our way to California. We'll see you in 2018.
Word.
Sick. There you go.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
All right, so so the new EP that's going to be coming out is called what again for those that are listening in?
Anthem City.
Anthem City, and you guys, this is coming out on Saturday, I believe, right?
Friday.
Friday. All right, listen.
International music release. Music is released internationally on Fridays now. That changed. So we're releasing it with everybody else. It'll be on all of your favorite platforms. Probably midnight Thursday night. Yeah. I'm not sure exactly when it gets dropped, but something like that. Probably early Friday.
Sick. That's very awesome. And I'm pretty sure I heard from a little birdie called James Boston. We're actually going to have someone reviewing the album, and we will put that album up on Babetalk as soon as humanly possible when the album is actually released, so like we can get everybody hyped up on Shiffley. And you guys are going to be playing a show, which will be on
Saturday.
And where can people find the show at?
Revolution Bar and Music Hall in Amityville, New York.
All right, fucking sick. Hey guys, thank you so
Yeah.
much for sitting
All
with us.
right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Thanks.
we're gonna wish you much success. You guys have any news, just shoot it over our way. We'll put it on. You guys are now a friend of the show, so I mean, it's not really like, you know, anything, but hey, you got a friend in us, so
You got a friend.
you got a friend in me.
Thanks. Enjoy the
Thank you
music.
so much. Talk to you soon.
Hey, no problem, guys. We'll talk to you soon.
All right.
Adios.
Yeah.
All right, so I liked those kids. Those kids are cool.
They're little babies.
They're
They're
cool.
so little.
They-
They're so cute. I love it. I'm the worst. I'm the fucking worst.
You're like the mom. I get it right here. It's just like, oh yeah, little. I have the beard of a dad, but you have the attitude of a mom.
Oh God. Oh God. The deranged mother.
Punk Mothers. That's going to be a new band. Punk Moms. All right, so we're going to transition from there, and we're going to jump into the rest of the show. Typically, we do this part of the show first because no one gives a shit, and then we'll do the interview. But now you guys are stuck with hearing our voices for the rest of the night if you so choose to. We do want to thank Shiffley.
Hey.
Yeah, woo. We do want to thank Shiffley again for coming on the show. It was very awesome. But now it's time to get back to your regular scheduled program. So, hey everybody, I'm Ollie, James, Lauren, and Melissa are still here. We're gonna ask about each other's days, and we're gonna start with Melissa first. Hey Melissa, what's going on?
Hi, I worked.
All right, that's
And-
great. All right, James, how was your day?
I
No,
worked.
no.
Aw.
You can go on, Melissa.
They witnessed this earlier, but I started cleaning my room and I found a bunch of random crap. So right now, as I am like on the air, I am also playing with like this little dude.
Nice.
That I randomly found.
No big fucking deal whatsoever.
Yeah, no big deal. And I was like blowing bubbles earlier, and so I might blow those out again. And then like I'm growing little like starfish and crabs in my minion cup.
Wait, but
Why
for
do you-
real?
Yeah.
Wait, I'm sorry. Did you say you have a minion cup?
Don't judge me.
Wait, are there actual starfish? Like,
No, they're like the little.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Dude, you
Yeah.
yeah.
Sorry
go to
to
like a state
disappoint.
fair?
No, what happened was when I went to New York for a semester through a program, and it's really janky, but yeah. So I went to New York through my college through a program through my college, and my sorority every semester they send care packages to girls that are away. So usually it's just filled with like little shit like this. So
Wow.
I got it out and I was playing with it. So
That's
Nice.
amazing.
That's actually kind of cool.
yeah, no, it's pretty cool. There's like letters and like sorority stuff, like sorority T-shirts, and then they're like a pack of crayons and like the like slime goop and
Sorority stuff, like crayons.
yeah.
Because
Welcome to my
totally
sorority.
adult.
Exactly.
They just throw in a sorority noise CD in for shits and giggles.
Just
Yeah.
for shits and giggles, it's just like, hey, are you a heartbreaker? Here you go. This
Yeah.
album was made for you.
Along with like coloring books and random shit.
So you can just like sing along. When
Yeah,
we
exactly.
broke up. with you.
Playing with all the stuff that I got. Yeah. Got
James
little-
Boss, how was your
Yeah.
day?
I only have 7 days of my job left. That's the only thing getting me through this week.
Nice.
What do you do?
I work landscaping. It's awful.
I've worked landscaping. It is awful.
Getting up at 6 a.m. in the morning and weed whacking with like
Try
your
it
coworker.
in Florida. In the middle of the summer. Oh yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
It was
Ouch.
90 degrees out today. It was not fun.
Yeah.
Um,
Oh, I know. I know that struggle. I know. I've been there.
I think the most ridiculous thing that happened today was my coworker called out sick, and he wasn't being serious when he said this, but when we were asking where he was, he's like, "Oh yeah, I called out sick because I was eating too much pussy." And-
Yes!
Oh my
That's
gosh.
a story of my actual life. It's like, yo, Doc, I'm too sick from the pussy, man. I gotta see you tomorrow.
Got a bellyache.
That was just a highlight of it. That was a highlight. That was the highlight
Oh my
of the week.
god.
Oh, dear Jesus.
Oh my
So much pussy.
But yeah, I only have 7 days left of the job now, and I'm just throwing it down because like I do not like.
I'm just done.
Whoa.
No, I cut out. Dang.
He noped out.
Am I good? Am I good? I think I'm
Hey!
good.
Yeah,
It's just like,
okay.
it's like so much nope. It's like, whoop.
I hate my job so much that it froze my computer screen. I probably should not be saying this on the internet because the internet is forever.
Oh, they're not gonna watch.
Actually, no, I'm going to send this right over to you and be like, hey, do you know what your landscaper's doing at night?
You are screwed.
Just in case,
I only have.
he's trying to call out. We all know
It's
why.
10
I only
o'clock.
have
Do you know where your landscaper is?
Well, Lauren, how was your day?
My day was boring. My week was fucking batshit crazy. But my day, today I went to Target.
Oh,
I went to Target today.
just like a casual trip.
I bought a lot of organizational shit.
Nice.
Well,
Cleaning out my
what made you be
closet.
crazy? Well, what made you be crazy?
Oh, Sharptooth had 4 shows in 6 days.
Oh.
4 shows in 6 days. It's like,
Damn. Do you want a hug? Was it a tour or was it just all local shows?
no, it was all Maryland shows. So yeah, we played 2.
Which, as we found out tonight, is not actually a real tour.
No.
Yeah, and I was like, it's like, play a lot of shows. I'm like, no, bitch, no, that's not how it works. That's not how any of this works. Tour involves leaving. It involves going away,
Lauren
Hey,
laying down
welcome
the
to
gavel.
Babetalk, everybody. How's it going?
and that's the truth.
And that's still a hard truth. Just cracking 2 beers. That's tour life.
I was like, I haven't even been on a tour yet, and I know that, but whatever. Yeah.
But so 4 tour dates in like 6 days.
4 shows, 6 days.
Yeah.
It's almost harder. I feel like like from what the guys have said, that's actually like harder than being on tour because it's like in between we're going to work.
Ouch.
And I know, like, yeah, And, like, at least me and Phil, we have really, really physical jobs. Josh has a really physical job, too. So it's like, you know, I'm being a fucking zookeeper all day and getting shit on, and then I have to go and scream at people, like, every other night.
You're living
It's
the
actually,
dream.
yeah, kind of, yeah. But in a way, but it's a very exhausting dream.
Yeah.
So, is what it is.
Well, how was the turnout for the 4 shows?
It was really awesome. We did a benefit show for an organization called Holla Back, which works to fight street harassment, and they're super, super cool, and I'm really, really stoked to do more stuff with them. We played the next day, we played with a band called Just Friends. You definitely need to check out. They're like pop punk, but with a horn section. And
Are
it's
they
really
named after a
cool.
Pentimento
Sick.
song?
I don't know. They're really cool though, and I'm not a pop punk person. I loved their set. I absolutely loved it. So
That's sick, actually.
they're interesting enough that I was like with it. And then and then the Saturday before that we played a festival in Johnstown, which was fucking batshit crazy. And then we played with 25 to Life on Friday, which was really, really cool.
Holy shit!
Yeah.
I forgot about
Yeah.
them for a sec.
Yep.
I'm seeing them play a house show in September. That should be fun.
Where?
Yo, rip.
In Oneonta. It's
Where's
my
that?
girl. It's the college town I go to. My girl Rachel is booking it.
Where do you live?
I live in Long Island.
In Long Island. Okay.
Not in
Yeah, they're putting us on another show of theirs. They really liked us. So I was like, yes.
Nice.
Hooray! They like me. They really like
They're
me.
a giant meme,
Hey,
but I love them.
Remind me to talk to you about the compilation, because I thought I
Yes.
did. But so anyway, so that's gonna be my segue, like, you know, sidebar into, like, you know, real stuff. We actually are gonna have the compilation be put out sometime within the next 2 weeks. We will have pre-orders for the t-shirts, and physical copies go out on Friday for those who are paying attention. This shit's
shit.
happening. It's gonna be lit. It's gonna be live. We have Shiffley going to be on the compilation, which is gonna be awesome. We have a whole lot of other bands that I could just go on and say, but it's gonna take a while. But it's actually gonna be really cool. All the proceeds go to the Autism Society of America. The compilation is gonna be a physical copy and a t-shirt for $10. And for the actual digital release, which will have all the bands, it's gonna be $3 or more with donation. And all the proceeds, again, are going to the Autism Society for America.
Hooray!
Hooray. All right, so let's get to the show. So this past week has been a little nuts. One of my favorite journalism sites is kind of going away, which is very interesting. Property of Zach
Wait.
has said that
Oh. Yep.
yes. Yeah. See, that's what everyone says.
POZ.
But me, on the other hand, I've always been a POZ fan. I kind of got into POZ as the pop punk scene was really starting to emerge on Tumblr, which is where Property of Zach is based off of. So Property of Zach was pretty much my like Time magazine between like 2010 and 2012. So I've been a huge fan of them for the longest time, and I know a lot of people get very mixed emotions about them, and we're not gonna I'm
ambivalent.
But I do want to give kids options as to who they're going to run and get their news from. Because a lot of people just go like, oh, look at AP Mag. No, don't look at that. Don't look at AP Mag. We're going to actually run down and give some alternatives to alternative punk, press. Because
Alternative punk, yeah.
Alternative punk. You know what's actually very, very funny? Our girl Ashley Nicole had started a new podcast. And she said the exact same thing, so I guess she's kind of channeling herself through me right now. What is the podcast called again, James?
It's called... Let me look this up.
Because I listened to the pilot episode today, and it was very awesome. It's featured on Modern Vinyl. It features 3 awesome women. They go through and they talk stuff in the community, and it's awesome. It's all for James.
Nice.
Hi, I'm looking.
Okay.
It is called Misaligned.
Misaligned, yeah, which features Ashley and Nicole and 2 others. One of the members actually worked for POZ as well, and there was another awesome girl who had awesome views. that's on the podcast as well. Check it out. We'll always be sharing their stuff on our Twitter and also on our Facebook page. But so, I'm gonna go down the line. I'm gonna ask like you guys who you go to for your pop punk news or like your own music news. I particularly like I'm gonna steal James's, but it was gonna be the new Fury. But
Yeah. I have another site to use just in case if you want to steal it.
Yeah, but like I like Brett Bradley. He's a very cool dude. I don't know how long he's actually been doing the journalism stuff for, but he's been doing it for a while. Very solid stuff. Very awesome kid to work alongside with. James, who's your person?
Brian Stars, without a doubt. I'm kidding. Please don't take that serious.
Hey, Melissa, who's your person?
Hey now. Let me talk. All right.
This is what dreams are made of.
Really,
Wow.
real talk.
Thank you.
My two go-to sites lately have been Mind Equals Blown and Lambgoat. Those are just like my two go-to sites. Lambgoat can be really shitty at times because there's a lot of terrible people in the comments on the site. But if you forget
just don't
they
read the
exist, you're
comments.
fine.
You just don't read the
And
comments.
Mind Equals Blown has some really cool stuff going on. They're all really cool dudes. Check them out. Yeah. And
Lord.
Me? I second Lambgoat, and Reddit. I mean, Reddit for everything. There's nobody like
Actually true.
yeah. I mean, and it has a lot of really good subreddits that are fairly good at staying on top of like bigger like news. Because I don't know. I don't follow any of like the drama shit unless it's like big deal stuff, like,
Now, what would be your big deal stuff? Like what have you seen in the past that would constitute as big deal news?
I mean, like, tours getting announced, I mean, is, big deal news for me. And usually I hear about that either through, like, insert whatever band name, either their Facebook or through, like, a website like Lambgoat. But I guess, like, a bit, like, big deal news, I don't know, like the shit we were all talking about earlier with, like the Ian Watkins thing. That's big deal news.
Well, just a little.
Yeah, so, like, that kind of thing.
Yeah. Hey guys, it's a baby. Melissa, what about you?
First, I want to say,
Jesus.
that was a soft spot because I absolutely loved Lost Prophets.
I did
And that
too.
just
But
I did too.
Killed me. I can't listen to them anymore, and it absolutely kills me.
I really, really can't either, and it sucks because
They're so
as a
good.
band, they made
Yeah.
fantastic music.
Yes.
fun fact, Louis, one of our new writers who lives in England, has met them before, and he has like their autographs. And I remember when it broke out, I was
It's
so disgusted. He was just
Yeah.
like so disgusted with
yeah, like a heart
Yeah.
shattered in a million pieces.
Same.
it.
It was horrible.
It's like, wow, thank you for completely ruining my teenage years
Yeah,
and all the
basically.
memories I have associated with all of those songs.
Well, he's rotting in jail now, so like there's
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
The-
So did
Nope.
anybody ever figure out? So was like the rest of the band in on it, or did they have no idea? What
They
was
had
the
no
deal
idea.
with that?
idea.
No
They
idea.
didn't.
Yeah, they were
Okay.
into 12.
They like posted a statement and like did an interview where they're like, yeah, he was an asshole, but we didn't know he was that much of an asshole.
Yeah, I feel like there's a difference between being an asshole and being a rapist.
Just a little bit.
Yeah.
just like
No, I think-
by a small margin.
Yeah.
You know.
Right. Well, that. So, yeah. Regardless, sucked. That's what I would consider big news.
So like Tom DeLonge wouldn't come up on your radar.
No.
Ah.
I
See,
mean,
I'm with you.
I follow a lot more like hardcore and metal like related news. So
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
And I feel like I only ever hear about anything pop punk related because everybody on Facebook has already found out about it and it's on my newsfeed. And I'm like, oh, I guess I should find out what this is about so that I'm not the only person on the entire East Coast who has no idea what's going on.
Yeah, it's
So.
like Sum 41 performed the Fat Lip and then BAM! It's like, cool, guys, thanks.
Yeah, it's like, that's not, yeah.
Legit
Cool.
did not.
I actually would have lost my mind if I had seen Sum 41 perform Fat Lip. But that's
Oh my gosh, I saw it on YouTube. It was amazing. Just so good. Oh my gosh.
But so, Melissa, like, where do you get your shit from?
Okay, so basically what happens is I don't really go to any news site in specific, but I usually, because I've liked so many band pages or I'm a part of a certain Facebook group, everything just comes up on my Facebook newsfeed. I'm like, oh, okay, so this happened. Oh, so this happened. Oh, they're potentially reuniting. Oh, Armor for Sleep is coming out on tour, like, within the morning. So, I know, right? So, I get it from there, and then I see links, and I just click, basically just like a whole super massive hole, and I just go through there. But Absolute Punk is really good, and then I also, there's this place called Digital Tour Bus.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
I've heard
So
of
they're
that.
pretty cool.
Yeah.
I've heard of that.
Yeah, they have, like, cool interviews, and, I mean, like, they give some more of the highlights, because for me, sometimes it's just information overload, and I just rather have the highlights,
Yeah.
in order to be like, okay, so this is what's going on collectively, and if there's something that I really like, if it's, like, a band that I really like, then I'll dig more deep into it. Like, I didn't even have to watch the APMAs, because I'm like, okay, this person won, this person performed, Brown Sound performed with Sum 41, so that means that I have to go watch that on YouTube now, read more into it. So
Okay.
like, stuff like
I'm
that.
gonna be the crazy one here. What the fuck are the APMAs?
AP Magazine Awards.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. They have awards?
Yeah,
They
this is
do.
the second year.
Actually, like, is this the second year they've been doing? Because I'm like, it hasn't been a consistent thing.
Yeah,
Well,
no.
Like in the past, but.
I just came
They
across
are the
it randomly
VMA.
last year.
That's neat.
I'm well.
That's a neat thing.
Yeah, it is. It's a.
Yeah. Good for them and their awards.
It was very funny because like I went to go see footage of it and I saw kids like like crowd surfing, like punching things. I'm like, well, at least it's still like a cool atmosphere that like doesn't exclude their actual scene
Yeah.
to an extent.
Well,
I
that's
feel-
good.
Yeah.
Because I mean, like, what was it? I mean, like, they were handing like awards over to like all-time low and stuff. I mean, granted, now it's not that they don't deserve it, but you could have also given it to like a wider variety of like small town bands, in which like are going to eventually fuel your magazine. But yeah, that's just us.
Well, at the end of the day, it sounds to me like something like that. It's like, regardless if it's AP or whatever, it's still a music awards show. The way that like those awards are going to be doled out is going to be exactly the fucking same as they do for the Grammys. They're going to give the awards to the people who, like, people like them. It's going to have the most appeal.
That's true. Yeah, whoever's gonna
It was fan-
bring in the most views. Which what? Boss?
Oh, he did.
Man, we've been losing Boss like all night tonight.
Yeah.
Struggling.
Damn.
Now, I mean, we'll wait for. I think. No, I can't even remember the point he was going to make.
I feel like
I'm trying to think for him.
I don't know, and I could be wrong. I could totally be wrong, but I feel like anything like that is going to have like a certain level of pageantry and smoke and mirrors to it
Absolutely.
that like
Especially
I'm not really that interested in.
I mean, it does make sense. I mean, like, you're a huge magazine to begin with that relies on, like, magazine sales and, like,
Bingo.
advertisement. And so, like, you have to still be able to bring in the eyes. It's
Yes.
like, oh, shit, let's say, and this is, let's say, like, Pines. Oh, shit, Pines won an award. They're going to be like, nigga, who Pines? And, like, Pearson comes on stage. It's like,
Yeah, exactly. So you get it.
Yeah.
They were fan voted, so like it was expected.
that's true,
to
yeah, so was
happen.
American Idol.
My heart still hurts for Matt Grainer because he lost Best Drummer to the drummer of All Time Low. but like I get why it happens. All Time Low has the fans.
They have the fans. There you go. That's what it comes down
Oh,
to.
Adam.
Yeah, that's.
Why I lost that?
I mean, we also did see Trey Songz, not Trey Songz. What's
No.
wrong with me?
Trace Cyrus.
What?
Trey Cyrus. Thank you.
Oh, that was
Same.
interesting.
We also did see Trey Cyrus kind of like have a little hissy fit, which was hysterical because he couldn't I forget what was the Melissa, you may know what I'm referring to.
Because
The what?
There was a
All
joke
Time Low made a
Oh yeah, like what happened was
about
like
that.
All Time Low just like made a
series.
joke because they're All Time
So-
Low and they talk about butts and dicks and everything, and Trey Cyrus just got so offended and he was just like, "We have no beef with All Time Low. I don't know why they like talked about this with us." And then like, All Time Low came back on the stage and they were just like, "You know what? We're here for a good time. We chuck our egos at the door and it's for you guys." And then Trey Cyrus is like, "Come meet me out back," and it's just like
Wait,
Who even is that?
Miley Cyrus's brother.
you mean
No.
you mean Brenda Song's boyfriend? Like I'm pretty sure like that's
He tried to.
Yeah, that. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Like, you're dating London Tipton. Awesome.
Ask
Yeah,
one.
I'm London Tipton. But anyway, the last point I want to make before we have we move on and stuff. I do have a soft spot for Property of Zach, and I can honestly say that I wouldn't have an idea to actually take the podcast and evolve it into a website without the kind of small direction that POC had. I mean, granted, at the time, you know, I drank the Kool-Aid with Man Overboard and the Wonder Years. So granted, I only had been like so many outlets to look for pop punk news.
Yeah.
And then I wanted to like, you know, also take the same idea that we had with the podcast by like, you know, getting local people, like smaller bands, and then still showcasing them to the forefront. So like to Property of Zach, I do have to say like, yo, if you weren't here, just like many of the other pop punk bands that were around, I wouldn't be getting into the music. I wouldn't be getting into the music scene. So they're one of the people that I do attribute the collaborative effort of Babetalk to. Not saying that like I won't say without Property of Zach it wouldn't be Babetalk because like, you know, that's a little too much. But still, I do believe that Zach Zimmerlo kind of pushed the way for my young mind to make a news site. So that's that, and that's all I'm going to say about that. Unless anyone else has anything else to say about POZ.
Yay.
I my
Yep.
browser and not having properties that I'm done.
Oh, poor
Done.
James.
Okay.
James is broken.
James is broken tonight.
Oh. All aboard the struggle bus. Beep, beep.
Beep, beep. Oh dear Lord. Well,
I'm awful. I'm sorry.
oh no, it's no problem because like James is actually struggling really hard today.
I know.
His face in that shot is hilarious.
He had a really good one earlier where he was like,
Just like that.
like all of his
pretty sure that's, like,
anguish
his vinegar
at
strokes.
everything that's been happening over the last hour was summed up in that. Like, yeah, it was perfect. Hi, James. It's nice to meet you, by the way. It's the first time I've ever spoken with you.
His face is like, ugh.
Yeah,
It's vinegar
I'm
strokes.
sorry. I'm sorry. See?
I broke Melissa.
Yep.
Oh dear God. That like image of James is gonna be engraved in her, like when she goes to submit a piece to James.
Yeah. James is gonna haunt my dreams tonight.
Wow, damn, he's on the same level as Zach Gallo. Which, if James is gonna be able to listen to this, he'll actually kill me.
Oh,
Nope.
he left.
He didn't hear me compare him to Zach Gallo. So,
I'm
the next
sorry.
subject that I had wanted to touch upon were the upcoming albums. I actually am not up on albums throughout the year. Whenever people do like a whole album of the year list or a mid album of the year list, I tend to step out and like use. I don't keep up with music like that. I get to it the year after, but I'm very slow with music. But have there been any albums that anyone has been actively getting ready to listen to? Because I know that I'm going to cry my little heart out when Foxy puts out their next album because I am just a little foxing was gonna say slut, but that's really awful. But
I
use that.
recorded it yet, but I'm forward to this new album.
I'm gonna help him out. I'm gonna help him out. You guys are so
We're sorry.
awful. And then, like, this isn't gonna help anyone that's listening to the podcast at home. This is like this joke is gonna sadly be exclusive to the YouTube viewers.
You made a huge mistake. You made a huge mistake, and I'm really, really sorry.
What?
I'm so
What
sorry.
happened?
Yeah.
What?
You keep
happened.
sorting out. You're riding the struggle bus is what
Yeah,
happened.
It's hilarious.
Oh, dear Lord.
Beep.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is Babetalk. I think this has been like the most dysfunctional episode we've
Alright.
had
Yeah.
in
Yeah.
a while.
So albums.
Yes.
Uh,
Anticipated albums.
I am hype as fuck for Subliminal Criminals by Stray from the Path. Every track
yeah.
that they've dropped from that has been tight as shit. I'm so stoked. So stoked.
All right. Has there been any other albums that what do I have 6 questions going to my mind. What are exactly are you anticipating from this album that has has it been like stuff that's been different from the past album? Is it a new direction? Is it just you just love Straight from the Path?
I love Stray from the Path. Oh damn, Melissa just bailed. Shit.
She said, oh, God, y'all didn't even bother to close the camera.
Right? So, yeah, I love Stray. Love Stray. I feel like they can do no wrong. All of the tracks that I've heard from it, they seem to be getting a little bit more comfortable with experimenting more, but it definitely still has that same Stray feel and the same mode of attack on each issue that they tackle in every song. And I love that. So that's pretty much one of the only albums that I've been super hyped on. I'll check out the 25th Hour by Terror too, just because it's Terror. But they're so prolific with music, so it's not like oh, it's a new Terror album. It's like, oh, it's a new Terror album. Of course it is, because they're just churning it out like always.
They're just putting out music.
Yeah, no, they're very, very prolific. Are you okay, Melissa?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay.
Sorry. I drank water, so I'm good.
I'm drinking water too.
Woo!
But all right, so Melissa, your anticipated albums is going to be coming out this year. Do you have any so far?
I was actually thinking about this because, to be completely honest, I'm terrible when it comes to albums that are coming out. Right now, all that's going through my mind is Armor for Sleep is coming around, and Under Oath may be reuniting.
Very true, very true.
So those are all that's going through my mind. But I know they're in the stages of recording, but right now, my little middle school heart is going crazy for the new Atreyu album and the new Aiden album.
Hold up, Atreyu? Shut the fuck up.
Yep.
Shut
Yep.
When?
I have no idea,
You
but they
didn't
have
hear it?
2 singles out, and they're so good.
Wait, I haven't heard them?
I guess
See?
not.
See, I told you I don't keep up on news, and this is what happens, and now
Yes.
I'm ashamed of myself.
Yeah.
I'm ashamed.
And you want to call yourself a panelist. You're fired.
Fuck it. I'm taking my boa constrictor and I'm leaving.
I'm going home.
Come on.
Oh, dear God. That's great. But
She's been sitting right here
good job, James.
for the entire time. She's just on my
She's
my
just having a
curtain.
little good job.
Isn't she cute? She's so precious. She's
cute
been up there.
on a screen. That's about.
Oh, she's a sweetie. Her name's
That's-
Atari. Which I think is an adorable name.
I mean, I wouldn't play around with a snake like I would an Atari, but that's just me.
Her name is Atari, our other snake is Sega.
Nice.
Nice.
'Cause
That's
we're
actually
dorks.
pretty sick.
Yep.
Snakes. But anyway,
Go on.
We have James' boss now, so we can pick his mind and figure out.
Okay.
James, what are you looking forward to listening to in 2015?
There's One
You sure he's there?
We keep.
band that I know is hear me.
Yes.
Can I be heard? Okay.
Yes.
So the band that I know is this year records and
We get so close. We get so close.
I know.
Any other May would have been fine.
We're not getting full James. We're getting just the tip James. So
We've been like so innocent this entire show compared to the last time that I was actually listening to that episode and I haven't had Lorna, so I listened to the episode in which you were on. And
Oh, God.
That was probably the raunchiest episode we've actually recorded. If anyone
Yes!
wants to hear a bunch of piss and clowns and superheroes and reptiles, that's
I talk a
pretty
lot
sick
about
episode.
vaginas.
No
And
shit.
we talk about throwing what was it? Tampons soaked in Kool-Aid at people. That was a good one.
I haven't read
what-
the show when you give the interview.
I'm about. I don't know what you're about, but that's what
These
I'm
are
about.
my friends. This is who I associate myself with.
Yep.
Well, the one album that I do know that has been coming out with singles has been The Wonder Years No Closer to Heaven. I am just really, really excited to see in what direction they take this album because so far they've been taking it in very feelsy kind of not really storytelling, but way more descriptive of emotion that they have in the past. They've been a pop punk band from what? It just went on a 10-year tour. Well, 10-year weekend special back in February. So they've been around for a while and they've had a pretty solid sound. But with each album that they've been producing, so stoked on it, has been very. Because we'll have the upsides from the Wonder Years that is very pop punk to the T, and then we'll have Suburbia. I've given you my all, and that's also been super flexing his writing muscles by him taking apart Allen Ginsberg's America and then deciphering it through his own words and then putting it also through his own interpretation of the album, and then also keeping up the I love my friends but hate this town, stuff like that. So it's been, and then with the last album, which I'm blanking on for whatever reason. James, the Wonder Years' last album. Why am I blanking on the name?
Greatest Generation.
Thank you. Greatest Generation has been oh fuck, I'm old, now what? And so now we're gonna see just the progression from yeah, Philly pop punk to fuck. What now? In the most very depressing manner. So I think it's gonna be very interesting to see how the Wonder Years have been able to progress their own sound and then still be able to say, hey, we can make great music and still be able to write really well. And then of course we have super writing for Aaron West and Roaring Twenties. So he has displayed his writing ability time after time, but now it's gonna be for the Wonder Years and be well, how far can I push this without losing all my fan base? And so far the hype for the album has been I've been talking way too long about this. Everybody.
You're on it. Go.
There was just a ball and I just stepped on it and just kept rolling down. Speaking of things that have been going through a straight path, has anyone seen the hoverboard?
The what?
Lexus?
What?
Lexus made a hoverboard, and it's
Shut
real.
up. A real one?
A real working hoverboard.
Oh shit.
It's actually real. Here's the only problem I have with it: it's not authentic because it actually runs on water.
What?
It's awesome.
What the fuck?
It runs on water. The hoverboard actually works on water. Lexus made a real life hoverboard. It's not Funny or Die shit. It's actually it's a thing that works. It's wonderful. It's magnificent. It's awesome.
That's
Fucking
ridiculous.
want this.
Yeah. So
What a time to be alive.
What a
Lexus
time
makes
to
a
be alive.
hoverboard.
2015.
Right?
So we still have another 20 years in us. So we actually might see these going to full production.
Right?
I'd be okay with that.
But so the only other news that I could actually come up with that happened this week, because it was a pretty slow news week, unless anyone else has any other topic that they want to talk about. Especially bringing Lauren onto the show. Lauren, you're very immersed in the hardcore scene.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Do you have anything to contribute? Because like a lot of people know my
Oh,
opinion.
fuck. Here we go.
Oh
Yeah.
shit.
Here we fucking go.
Oh, shit.
Which for a lot of different reasons, I'm only gonna touch on the very bare minimum of the situation that had happened in Philadelphia during This Is Hardcore. But for those who don't know, there was recently an altercation that had within the hardcore scene that left an individual. Through different posts I saw, the individual was left in a coma for a few hours. A pit. There was a. Lauren, do you want to explain that? Because I'm like going
So,
through, like,
I mean, I mean, you actually might even know more than I do because, like, I was reading about it a lot, and I'm like, I don't even know that I want to get into this because I don't listen to the bands in question. It's irrelevant. Basically, two members of two separate bands basically jumped some guy over, like, a tussle they had at a show, like, the day prior. Like, I get, like, there's a difference between, like, handling, like, pit beef by, like, roughing someone up a little bit. I get that. I totally get that.
Mm-hmm.
Like, beating somebody and not even at, like, it wasn't even, like, a heat of the moment thing. They, like, found the guy, like, the next day and, like, just beat the shit out of him.
Yeah.
Which is insane.
Yeah, that, like, it
That's
was...
insane. It's like, no. It's like, even, like, you know, when I've gotten into it, like, with people at shows, I'm not, like, trying to hunt them down afterwards. It's like, it happened, whatever. You forget about it. You move on. But, yeah, like, that's completely fucking idiotic. To attack somebody to the point where you leave them in a coma? Really?
Yeah.
Really? You couldn't slug them a couple times and walk away? And 2-1? Really?
Mm-hmm.
That's how? Okay. Yeah,
No,
no,
I was gonna ask
fucked.
because like you were saying certain things like you know, if you take pit beef and then, like, you know, you rough them up. I mean, like, in the music community and coming from, like, you know, a punk lifestyle, these kind of fights, they're a little common. Would you say?
I mean, I've been in my fair share of tussles, if you will, but, like, you know, nothing that was going to result in, like, anybody being hospitalized. You know, it's just like throwing a couple punches. That's all. And it's like, big whoop. You know, no one's getting dragged out of a venue. Nobody's, you know, everybody's going to be able to go home and, you know, go on with their lives. It's not going to impact anyone's life at all. Like, that kind of stuff, go for it. Let the pit handle itself. Let people beat up on each other a little bit. I'm totally okay with that. When it escalates to the point where you're basically hunting people down, when you're like after the fact, that's completely insane. That's completely unacceptable. That's not, I don't know. To me, that's not what hardcore is about. You know, there's a difference between roughing each other up and whatever and doing that machismo bullcrap. I get it. And like hunting people down. That's like aggravated, like, assault. That's not, you know, a show scuffle anymore. It's like,
Well,
what the fuck?
Well, my first thought is if he doesn't wake up from a coma, then he could be convicted for manslaughter.
He is awake from his coma. I'm pretty sure the coma only lasted a few hours.
Yeah.
Do we know if he has
But
any
if he
brain
hadn't-
damage?
Yeah,
he does.
exactly.
He
But
does.
like,
he actually has suffered severe memory loss. Motor skills are not there anymore. I'm pretty sure he has to relearn a bunch of things. Like, I've seen shit that happened, like, you know, I had a close friend of mine that got hit by a car, and the person that got beaten has the same symptoms and, like, the same result from a car accident.
Yeah,
you think
that's
he's
insane.
Do you think he's going to make a full recovery?
No, there will honestly be no full recovery that happened from this. And here was my big thing that I'm really, like, here's the thing.
You alright? You okay?
I'm all right, but, like, there's a lot, and like, not like anyone watches this. Here's the big thing. The people that have put together the actual damn, no. yeah, it's bad that he got put in a coma, but like he will not make a full recovery from this, and it is a shame that this ended up happening to him. So that's all I am gonna have to say about that on the podcast.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm stoked that people have been, rallying around it and, making their opinions on like violence like that heard. I think that's great, but I don't think that's common anymore. Like, I don't know.
It's actually very great because like the hardcore community had actually rallied and was like, no, this is actually fucked. And like a lot
They
of
raised
people,
like $20,000 for him, and they basically banished the two bands from the scene. Like,
yeah,
they did the right thing.
yeah. Though
Yeah.
the people that had contributed money had done the right thing.
Yeah.
I honestly, in good faith, cannot say that, like, especially from it being a This Is Hardcore after show, that This Is Hardcore actually had made a good impact on this, because there were a bunch of people that had actually tried to silence this event. And the one thing that I actually had kids that had actually volunteered for the festival, and those who had actually worked the festival say like, oh, this wasn't all that bad, like we were all going to handle this inside the house. Like, this actually had nothing to do with This Is Hardcore. But it went from this is a hardcore after show to people saying that this isn't involved in them, and then This Is Hardcore actually got involved by trying to put a gag order on this. I'm actually putting like, I in all honesty, cannot get behind This Is Hardcore, and like there have been certain people that like had trying to like say we should have swept this under the rug, but like if my brother had this happen to him, the last thing that I would want to have happen is have this event go swept under a rug. Like this story, granted, we're learning about this a week after This Is Hardcore.
Oh, really? I didn't even know the time lapse.
This happened at an after show for This Is Hardcore. So this was very.
Yeah, it's been more than a week.
It's been more than a week, and this had really been tried to be pushed under the rug. But that is all that, because if I say fuck anyone that is actually involved in This Is Hardcore, it actually might be bad. So I'm not going to say fuck all those that are actually really involved in This Is Hardcore, because it's actually a very awful thing that something like this would happen and then try to have it swept under the rug and then put a gag over on it, when there's actually been a kid that was put in a coma over a pit beef.
Although, wouldn't you say that that's more on the individuals who pulled that crap? Rather than like everybody playing the show?
Actually, the promoters. Well, I mean, granted, anyone that like it's a promoter that tried to put the gag order on it, so he had to literally go and tell everybody, hey, let's not talk about this. And anyone that would say like oh yeah, this kid was put in a coma because of like two shitty band members.
Yeah, I'd be interested to know what the justification for that would be.
Oh, we don't want to get involved in anybody's drama.
Yeah, it's just a very bad situation. And
it's a very bad situation.
The main thing we can do is donate to the GoFundMe, send your thoughts and prayers, or whatever you believe is the right thing to do to the dude.
Yeah.
And just, support Crosscheck, support Drown.
Mm-hmm.
That would be
the
best bet to do.
Mm-hmm.
So, does anyone else have any news? Because, like, I honestly want to say that this has been, like, a fairly busy news week.
Meek Mill and Drake.
Meek Mill and my nigga Drake.
Oh, boy.
Hashtag ain't
God.
take a loss this week.
Oh, my God.
So, like, has anyone actually been, like, keeping up on it? Has anyone been, like listening to the,
Yep.
the songs? Well, James, we all know that you have. You and I have been on this shit, but, like, Lauren, really?
No.
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 Well,
No.
two niggas started beefing.
I don't follow a lot of pop culture stuff. It's like I never was like super into Drake, so it's like I don't even know who the other motherfucker is. Like, whatever.
Ain't nobody else after this beef though.
Yeah, right. And it's like I don't know.
Now, before we have James go off real quick, because like I love it, I just love it. Melissa, have you been able to speculate or like give any insight or any brouhaha into a certain situation?
I'm like Lauren. I'm completely oblivious.
Hooray! I'm not alone.
I don't really focus on rap. I've never really got the appeal of Drake. I've just been like, oh, okay, you're from Degrassi. Cool. I've never
Amazing.
him and that he writes about girls, that he cries about girls. That's all I know. And now I know that these two went into a fight, and I'm like, okay, another rap beef. Haven't really thought much about it.
Well, that's very true. I mean, James, do you wish to drop knowledge?
Yes. All right. So for those that don't know, Meek Mill got his start on his career because in 2012 Drake took him out on tour when he was very little known, and he has collaborated with Drake in the past on not only his debut album but his recent album, and he has shown his public admiration for Drake as well. But that all changed a few weeks ago. No, yeah, about 2 weeks ago at this point when Meek Mill went on this giant rant about how allegedly Drake uses ghostwriters for his songs. And despite the fact that the songs he was in question and the dude that he was questioning was like as a credited co-writer. And Twitter just kind of was like, Meek Mill's a joke, and tweeted so many memes against him. So many memes after the rant. And after that, Drake stayed silent because, you know, Drake has better things to do than worry about what a Meek Mill is. But that all changed like about 4 or 5 days after the initial Twitter rant. And Drake dropped some straight fire in the form of 2 diss songs. One was more of a warm-up track called Charged Up. It didn't have as many memorable lines, but it was still like a response. And Meek Mill didn't do shit. Like, he was claiming that Drake was doing all of this bad shit, but didn't respond to the diss track. So Drake was like, alright, fuck it. I'm just going to, like, ruin your whole career. And he dropped Back to Back. And the most notable line on Back to Back was, Twitter fingers turn to trigger fingers. And is this... Because he's on tour with his girlfriend, Nicki Minaj. So Drake was like, is that a world tour or your girls' tour?
Shit.
And Twitter went in.
Shit,
They basically declared Meek Mill's career dead. He got declared Donkey of the Day by Charlemagne on Power 105, which is like the ultimate nail in the coffin. And Meek Mill ended up releasing a diss track, but it was kind of trash.
Mm-hmm.
And it concluded with Drake has his own OVO Fest, and which is like a giant music festival in Canada in support of Drake's record label, OVO Records. And Drake performed the 2 diss songs at the beginning of his set with the best memes that Twitter created in lieu of the whole entire situation in the background. One of the most notable ones.
Absolutely hysterical. Like,
there was a
the one...
meme that showed because one of the lines in Back to Back is a shout out to all my boss bitches wifing word I can't say.
Oh my god, if you do not, I swear to God, James, I swear to God, you cannot bring up any song without saying it.
You want to say it?
Say it. Say it.
I'm not saying
I
it.
swear to God, if you don't say it, I'm kicking you off.
I'm not saying it.
Say it right now, James.
Oh my god.
James, boss, I would be revoking your title if you don't say this right now.
Oh my god.
Oh boy.
I'm not only giving you permission, I'm demanding that you say it, which is even better.
Okay, I said it under my breath. But
that's even worse!
Oh my god.
I don't feel comfortable saying it. You know what?
All right.
So, basically, there's that lyric in the song, and the meme showed...
Do you have the whole song memorized?
Yes, it's a beautiful song.
Oh,
It's
he's
a
singing
memorable
under the
song.
crowd when he's by himself, just like in... No, it's gonna get too
But
How long
the
has it
meme-
been out?
A week.
What? Do you have
That's the
it
crazy
memorized?
thing. It's really only been out for a week, and like the funny thing that goes on with all this beef too is that like there've actually been like what like the retail chains have gone behind it. Who was it? Whataburger
What?
was like, yo, Meek, like on their Twitter, on their verified Twitter, Whataburger for whatever reason was just like, yo, if you want to serve the beef, Meek Mills, you got to bring more patties. It was just like, wow.
Oh my god.
Fuck.
That's great.
It was really random, out of nowhere. It was bizarre. It was crazy.
That's
But-
funny. I like it.
Yep.
I'm
That was
amused. I'm
But
amused.
The meme that got shown on the background of while Drake was performing was Meek Mill in a wedding dress and Nicki Minaj in a tux.
That's glorious.
Twitter basically just ended his career.
It was really rough.
So
Like,
what? The implication that he's a woman
It's dumb, yeah.
as being a
It
negative
was
thing?
wrong.
Oh, okay. I see you.
No,
I see
no.
you, internet. You sexist fucks.
It's hip-hop.
It was dumb, but
Hip-hop.
it's a
I
whole
mean, I'm
different.
not condoning
They need-
it, but like,
No,
they
we're
need
not
to get-
condoning it.
They need
We
to
just
get
have
off the
to-
misogyny train too. I don't give a fuck if it's hip hop.
Yeah, it is.
Everyone
hip-hop.
off the misogyny.
It is
Everybody
hip
off.
hop. They have a long. So another. Let's go with a better meme that they used. They had a. They had a participation award for his diss track. Like someone photoshopped participation award. Meek
Okay,
Mill's diss
now that's
track.
actually funny.
Sorry,
There you
I
go.
probably used a bad meme, but that was like the one.
No,
that everyone
actually,
was
Hey,
talking
it's not
about.
your
very
fault
funny
that someone made a
that you
bad
would say
meme.
that.
Yeah.
Because like here's the crazy thing, and like I haven't realized this until tonight. It's been a lot of years in the making that we've tried to. I mean, we being like the collective we have been trying to get rid of certain stereotypes within a hip hop scene, like getting the F word like taken out in context to homosexual individuals. And that one is a huge thing that is still very predominant in the hip hop community.
Yeah.
Is that people not accepting the lifestyles of homosexual individuals or lesbian individuals. So it's a very crazy thing, and there've been a lot more focus on trying to expel those type of those type of stigmas from the punk scene, from the hardcore scene, from all these other scenes, but hip hop. It seems as if it's really been given up upon.
They're taking their sweet time.
They're taking their sweet time, and I was gonna ask a question and be like, guys, how do we change that? Well, none of us is really in the hip hop community.
Right.
I mean, I rap.
So
Just
are
saying.
you and Eric gonna actually drop a
saying.
mixtape together?
I totally want to. I absolutely would do that. 100% would do that.
I'm gonna tell Eric that you two are actually gonna need to come out with a mixtape
I'm
by
down.
next episode.
By next. Whoa, slow your roll.
There you go. You hot, you hot shit, you hot fire. Come on, girl.
By next episode, do you know how long it takes me to write a fucking Sharptooth song?
Do you know how long it took Drake to make that diss?
I ain't
Know
Drake.
yourself, nigga. All right, so that's our
And
episode.
I don't have paid writers.
All right, again, thanks Shiffley for coming on. All of Shiffley. It was a little bit of a weird episode, but guys, thank you for sticking with us. From Jay, Nate,
Yeah, Ollie, hi.
Oh, now he's dying.
James. Oh my! Wait, no, I said James.
Yeah.
Did I not say James?
You said James.
Yeah.
Yes.
So it's so wait. Why are you saying hi? We're saying bye.
Because
No,
you,
I said you were
froze.
dying. You were dying.
Froze.
Yeah.
Oh, I did. Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, all right. Let's try that again. From James, Lauren, Melissa, and myself. Good night. Did I freeze?
No.
You're good.
All right, we good. All right, bye, people.
Okay, bye.
Bye.